All right. All right. I feel. Yep. Say, talk about the. Guess we'll talk it on a bit. Oh well. Oh, I'm actually late by like 2 minutes. Oops. Kind of waiting for people to get in. I know I'm eating, which is like the cardinal sin. Let's see. What do I need to do right now? Oh boy. Oh yeah, the air quality is reached high levels of pollution. That checks out. Let's see. A lot of nitrogen dioxide, a lot of fine particulate matter. I assume they're talking about ash. This random 1 to 2 inches is great. Anyway, that's not interesting with theorizing Valorant. Let me just build a quick little team. Let's see. This is defense. We'll build a little something something. We'll just place people places real quick. I don't really Doesn't bother me who's who, where's where, what's what. I actually got Trejo in here really quickly. What's default? Is definitely not too mid, right? This is probably what I get to. Yeah, something else. Sure. This seems good for now. Good for like illustration purposes. That's definitely a bone. Uh-oh. Sports fans, I might have not deboned my chicken. How good do we tank those? What's up, King? How's it going? Getting people in here. I'm running a little late. Hello, Void. How's it going? How's it going? Two people are... Oh, I'm late, so it doesn't matter like when people show up. Just know that I'm late to class, and that's good enough for people to slack off. I need to have dinner. Yeah, that. Yeah. I don't have ads pre-rolled down. I'll probably start doing that eventually. Where like for like the first minute, I'll boot up, say a word, let it play a 60-second ad, and you guys can get pre-rolls. I'll start doing that. That makes sense to me. Do ads when nobody's here. I'm not greedy. How's it going? How's it going? Howdy, Winter. Thank you for the alert. Hopefully you have a good, fun time doing what you're doing. Or if it's work, good luck. Alright, so we're moving on to the next step of macro, which we started with positioning and rotations being the bare minimum of what macro ideas are. That's like the basics for how we like view the game, because this is like the biggest category that obtains a lot of things. Like this pillar out of the three, it holds a lot. Like you can put a lot of ideas back to macro, which it's a little silly. And so that's why we kind of started with it, because it's the hardest to get down. All right, but here is the chain. Now, what is the chain? The chain is a link that covers all access points, and it doesn't allow anyone to go past the line, so you can't just like get past enemy lines for free. People call this the chain. People also can call this front lines. Like, you're not supposed to be able to infiltrate past front lines. Or you can even call them enemy lines from the perspective of the attacking team. Whatever decision you make to call it, I've heard chain a lot, but enemy lines sounds better, so we might start calling it that. And so how we approach this is the defense is trying to make sure there's no gaps in the defense. And so how do we do that? Well, we put people in positions to where like you can't just walk up for free, right? If someone's A main, you can't walk bridge because somebody's watching. Same kind of idea where someone walks up library, this guy spots him. You're not allowed to do that without them knowing. Like, you're not gonna sneak past them. Like, there's no way, unless like these two are driving with their eyes closed, that someone walks this way, walks here, is B-Link, and kills this gecko. Like, that shouldn't be possible. which is why like the chain is super important to maintain. It's just your look of line, and this is how you like identify like positioning. Because of that, there are limiting positions that you have to identify, and you can identify where people are going to relatively play it, right? Bar like gamble stacks and stuff like that, there's always going to be at least one A, one mid, and one B. For sites with three map sites, assume the same kind of idea where there's going to be at least one in each, or something that can count as a person. Let's say if they have a KJ, assume like a turret to be a person in that kind of scenario and setup. So they have 6 people essentially. And so how do we establish or understand like what the line is meant to be? It really does. Agent composition helps you figure this out a lot, but usually it's what we establish control is our like chain. So like let's say Cypher is playing deep A, but we're playing aggressive B, right? So our current chain looks like this, which is not bad, not a bad chain. There, you can't walk past anyone for free, right? There's no like weird thing. The only thing that they can do is explode onto A and go into security, but then Cypher dies, so the chain, what happens to the chain here is like this gets cut off, and then it's just this gets removed from the equation. And this is how a lot of professional players or high-ranking players will just position according to, because they don't want gaps. They don't like that. The chain is also ever present. So let's say they shift over, this kind of idea where they like shift. Notice how the chain still exists, but we're giving up space, right? Like we've established that they're not going B, and so they can walk up, right? This is we left B because we want to keep the chain alive. And of course, in this scenario where the dude's still mid, it's actually more correct for the Reyna to just stay around B, like over here or something, because we have this information. We have 3 towards A. If they can't hold the 5v3, whatever, lose. That's fine. Not my fault. Me sprinting there is not going to get there in time anyway. So that's like correct in a sense, in accordance to like this chain principle. Now, what happens if they're all 4 waiting around A? Now this Reyna can't stay B. Why? Bar like them knowing that they're all 5 A main, which let's just assume is not true. Let's say that they know 3. Let's say 3 are known A main, and now a theoretical split is 1 mid, 1 B main. And this Reyna in this position, or any position on B, is under a lot of pressure, right? Because the mid player can just walk up. There's pressure right there. The B main player can just walk up. There's pressure. And so what you have to do in accordance to the chain is you either have to break the rules of the chain, which is you just push up B, and now the chain gets really weird and wonky, and now like there's like this play, there's this play, there's this like wrap, of course. You open up a lot of variance to the game by doing this, but you have to identify that one of these is not a threat to the chain, or you come mid and you pick one. You either go to from this position on B. You can't stay because you're under threat from 2. And so to maintain the chain, we come over here and take mid. And so like this is what the chain would look like in essence. And we would forego this half of the map. Now, in this particular scenario, this would make 0 sense, of course. This would make 0 sense bar 5. Like you wouldn't rotate to the Cypher site as fast as humanly possible if they haven't committed people, or they haven't like shown that they're willing to just hit 5 to a site, right? Because of that, we would actually have swapped it because we have like Cypher utility. So let's say the inverse is true and they're like fast attacking B and you have a Cypher. Thing is, Sentinels are really good at doing this. By maintaining map control, you can maintain the chain. Let's say there's like a normal height tripwire, camera here, and you can come this way. And now you have A main and mid covered. So the chain is still maintained. That's like the power of the Sentinel. So there's no way that they can get past bar like utility. And then you can call it utility and now someone has to be aware of this threat. Now, how do we break chains? First thing you can do is just end people. If you shoot somebody, let's say Reyna gets removed, or let's say the Cypher somehow dies. Let's say he's right here and someone shoots him with like a shock dart molly combo. He was in his cam, he didn't hear it coming, he just dropped from the face of the earth. Let's say he's dead. So we remove him from our list. Now all this utility is gone, and so our chain looks like this. And this chain forgoes a position that needs to be covered. So what has to happen is a shift has to happen. Like someone has to take A. So it's usually this, we shift one here, and it looks like this. This is assuming that they pause. Because if they're just 5-man hitting the site, like they throw a bunch of utility, come out, plant the spike, it's like, okay, don't be here. Be ready to come this way. But this is assuming that like they killed somebody early and they just like, they had to like chill back. Just to maintain control. And what this does is it weakens the defense and forces you to make an aggressive play. Because in a round, you're down numbers, 4v5. Statistically, you're not winning. It's not unwinnable. These numbers are rookie. Like, a lot of teams can win a 4v5. That's not super unfavorable. 3v5 would be really bad. You'd be kind of stressing it a bit. You can. 2v5 is probably unwinnable. And then 1v5 is like Herculean, or you're just better. And so that's how you break chain. You break the chain with kills. And you honestly can break it with like smokes as well. But it depends what you do. So like if you smoke off the, let's return to the initial formation that we had. Yeah, just toggle, just cheat. Yeah, get banned later. But let's return to this initial chain, which is hard to break. And so if we kind of casually threw a smoke A tower, trying to establish like power in the chain, or like to disrupt the chain, it doesn't do that. This guy's still alive. There's a cam, there's a trip. We're not worried. We're not worried about that. Chain is still unbroken. What are right here? Well, there's still an Omen right here in this scenario, or he would have been right here. So having just like controller piece of utility blocks this guy, but not this guy. So they lose a little bit of control, but the total chain is not broken. Not yet. But most people play from like here now. And then what about right here? This smoke disrupts no chain, right? This doesn't disrupt the chain because both players still have this line. We're chilling. We're just holding the site. So because of that, these won't on their own break the chain. So what would? Well, this mid top one. Fracture for positioning? Yeah, I'll get it after we get the chain done. But honestly, I think you kind of get the gist. You break them by kills, and you break them by, like, manipulating information, which is what smokes do, in essence. That's pretty much it. This is just the chain, and this is how you identify how people rotate. Because if you look at this comp, there's actually 2 anchors that should be swapped in some capacity, if they're smart. This is like the swap I would do. Put him here. You're like somewhere, probably up here, honestly. And you have what's known as anchors. So the anchors are your edge of chains that like hold the map control for you, and these guys kind of do the shifting. And that's how you identify. So if I look up a random maps in rotation, I think I have all maps selected, but it is Bind, Fracture, Haven, Lotus, Pearl, Split. Let's just pick a random VOD and we'll kind of explain this process. We'll do... I kind of want to watch some Raze gameplay. And of course, there's got to be a Jing VOD, sure. And we're on Haven. We're dope. Let's go. And so he has the like mini map covered, but it's fine. So notice this is a pretty standard position from the jet. That checks out to me, right? If this will load, please, pen. Thank you. So this is standard position. There's likely somebody right here as well. This is just standard radiant positioning because they want to fight for A main. The Sova will come here and help. They have a Sova. This checks out. He gets wrecked. Whatever. Oopsie. But that right there is an instance that it's not the edge of the chain yet because it's not an anchor, right? We killed one of the players that move. So when we establish anchors in this comp, there's actually only one, and that's the Cypher. So if you see the Cypher mid, wherever you notice like the noise is at, he's the edge of the chain. And so we'll find that like once this guy's spotted, we'll know exactly how they're set up, or we should know. These guys are all crazy. Got him. Because unironically, they don't have any other anchors. Yeah, and by the time they play retake, it's like sure thing.
I mean, YouTube video, I watched a lot last time, so have to. But then, like,
Same idea. We look for. It's kind of hard when they're not showing minimap, but I understand. Can't stream snipe them. Heto bleh. Okay, I need to stop doing that smoke, by the way, and playing around it. That just got mega sprayed. Yeah, they just kind of took sight. Whatever. There's no default. I forgot. We're watching APAC. That's probably a bad idea. Oh, but here we are. Here we are. Some kind of mid play. What? Anyway, they killed 2. And so you notice that like the second they kill 2 and there's still time in the round, especially after they lose, like the chain is now broken. It is but I'll still watching it. I'll still watch it. But like the chain is broken. Of course, they smoked it off, which helps. And so like now they have like a multitude of plays. Like they can pump back A, they can pump back C, or the option that Jing chose, which is honestly a really good option too, is they exploded, right? They came out to exploit the fact that the chain is broken and you can take an advantaged position with that being down. So he immediately comes out, gets a gun, looking for a fight. And boom, we have the site. They get advantage and we're in a 2v2 because we took that time and caught the rotator. Cool. And now we know the last dude should be Link. Just kidding. It's mid. I don't have headphones in, so I can't hear anything. But the guy is good. So he's like, oh yeah, the Sova pushed out A, the boy.
wow. Inclusive.
But yeah, same kind of idea. And you'll notice that's why when like pros kill one, they might not initially speed up. They might speed up here, depending on like what the Sova Dart did. If the Sova Dart didn't come out, they might hesitate. Yeah, but notice it's like they're setting up. Once all this utility comes, it's a hit.
Left side, left.
But they speed up because like the chain is disrupted. Like they killed one, they can just speed. And they actually learned that the Sova doesn't actually play A. He plays like B rotator for some reason. He takes an interesting position. Then we get into post plant. I'm not too worried. Okay, here we go. Yep. Jason's playing Neon, which is crazy. The Neon actually came back to him. Get wrecked. He actually kills both. Better version, huh? I have no idea who that Neon is. Okay, and they actually just traded him out. So 2 are here, but because time has passed, right? Like 16 seconds is fast enough for people to rotate over towards A. They're gonna pump the brakes, ult. They'll figure out where they're at. So they figured one's here. This guy has no chill. He says, you know what? There's 2 here. I'm still just gonna run him down. Sure. Kills one. Has ult too if he wants it. Has it. Yep. Get finds. Oh my. No way. Gets one. Probably gets traded too, yeah? And then as a post plan, I don't care. If they have them, they have them. They didn't. Oh well. But that's pretty much how they approach attack. Like the design, or not the design philosophy, but the philosophy from APAC is like go really fast and rank. That is the philosophy for EMEA as well, and NA at the top. But there's also like precautions. I mean, this team doesn't really have a lot of stopping power, so you can kind of just run at them as long as you don't run down this Cypher. But they figured the Cypher's playing C. But I'll show you some like defense rounds to see it more in action. And I'll let you see like this is how you like set like positioning and rotation. So notice we have 2. We have the Cypher towards C, so the Cypher can do like a bunch of shifting motion here. Like this guy can rotate over towards B and still have like the line. They can't get past him. A Viper A. They killed one B. And notice that like, well, now there's a whole B. We're going to take this. And the nuance is like, they broke the chain B. This should be free. Right? And so they immediately came out in 5. And just like took the site. And now this looks almost impossible. Just kidding. Never mind. Never mind. Just kidding. Just kidding. Never mind. I was kidding. Super, super doable. And winnable. Yep. Nice. Just do that in your ranked games. You'll be fine.
Careful, see hobby.
Okay, same kind of idea. Where like they take the space. They're still like their line is controlled. No one can get past them. The only person who can get past them is okay. See, nice. All right. Anyway, went a little crazy. Yeah. Anyway, but like they had them contained, right? So like in this particular map, you'll notice that like this is now the chain. And so they're super contained, right? Like they can only be such and such and such and such position. And honestly, I think the cam sees deep. So it's not even like this. It's actually kind of like this. And so they have to be in here. Which then makes like these plays like super more impactful because they can just go out and do what they need to do. But you see how they position. There's no gaps until they force gaps. Like once the enemy forces gaps, it's chilling because now there's a gap short, right? It's like in this scenario, they could have crossed short. And so they're not going to rotate and leave that open unless they call like heavy amounts of people. Yeah, because he immediately comes over, takes it, gets a kill because this guy has no chill. And then he wants to fight with his boy. His boy dies. Oh well. The secondary boy wants to go fight.
Thanks for what's up, Tina. Thank you.
And now like the chain. But notice that this drove the Cypher to walk, right? Now why is this guy walking? If he stays passive back on B, we bring it back up again. in this scenario, right? Because like our current chain is this. With a dead player somewhere, if I recall, I think it was in or no, it was actually they died A long. I watched them die. But so they have 3A. So where this is strongest sight. And they have deep info C. But by the time it gets spotted, it's too late, right? And they're just gonna take sight. So what this cipher is doing, and what prompts this, is our chain is so fundamentally broken. I can't cover B and I can't cover C. It's impossible. They've already did their job. So what causes him to walk out is like this. I can't maintain this chain, but I can maintain this chain to like contain them into this area. And so that prompts him to walk up, and he'll probably die window because it's radiant. Welcome to the hard life. I think this cipher will die or will catch everyone. But now they're contained, right? And now it's like everyone's job to kind of just stay alive and take favorable fights. Well, get wrecked. They're still contained, right? Never mind, no longer contained. Like him then speeding up when they haven't is recipe for disaster. And now they can just hit the site and they lose. Yeah, because the chain got disrupted and a little greedy. But now notice, here's our initial chain. We got Cypher C, Cloven Garage, Raze went B, and then it's going to be the Sova Neon towards A. Prompts this rotation. Yeah, actually, let me call. Actually, I think the Cypher is with. No, it was just the Sova on A. Forsaken was with him spamming. But notice that there was a gap in A, and now Sova takes that gap. Gap is closed. So what I'm doing here is pointless, right? Because we cleared sewer. So this is our chain. We don't need more space. Sova just took long. We have all this. So it's actually kind of more akin to this. Where like... So this is ours. This is not ours. So this is the current chain, if I recall correctly. Actually, it's even worse than that. Because it's kind of like this. Because it's kind of like that. He says, I'm not needed A. They're fighting mid. We're gonna go mid and fight with them. And now the chain is disrupted, but it's even. And when it's disrupted and it's even, you kind of just join your squad and look for... You have a couple of options. You can either join the squad and look for fights. So he's probably going to double up with a Cypher and fight for space they're fighting for. Or you just regroup and just play the 3v3. Because there's no reason to give initial like fights because the map is already so broken up. He decides to just hold space-ish, you know, smoke's going down. That guy even turned around? That's insane. Recontest for Garage. They just need information to make a play happen. Now they don't really have to force anything. They call A. He said, I got you. Yeah, but notice, like, immediately, this is how pros find timings, because they understand how, like, the chain works. Notice in this scenario, when, like, people started dying mid, someone died Garage, and they're finding trades, this guy lurked up window. Notice how, like, the chain started to look like this. This is the chain of what they have. Like, they didn't have C, or they kind of did have C, because they have a Cypher. So, like, the chain looked like this. And so, they recognize this, because, like, there's a lot of fighting going on mid. This guy walks A, right? This is how you get lurk timings and, like, get value. Because you're going past the protected chain line, and they have to be aware that you're coming this way. And it's hard to be aware of that, because, like, if you're in, like, in a 3v2, like, 2v3, you want to be, like, more aggressive. But it's totally fine to just duo up with your boy and look for, like, a decent fight or a decent setup on site. Especially in, like, a deep post plant when they weren't ready for you. And so look here, like they're rotating, but they were unaware of them pushing out. Yeah, like the Cypher was looking like front B. The Clove had a good timing on the smoke to make it seem like there was like someone walking out. But then now they just turn into post plant. And they win because, you know, welcome to Jing welcome to Jing gameplay. Takes A. This is why taking map advantage is really good, or map control. Is now the chain. This chain does something really cool, because if you don't take control, let's say like you're chilling like back here and back here watching this in this space. The chain turns this, and this is like without them coming up C, of course. This round they did. To this. And this is so much more control on the map, which of course it's map control, go figure. But there's more control, there's more like avenues to fight and advantage fight when we have this space. And so it's very keen that he's fighting for it to make sure that like this chain can be maintained by one player, right? It only takes a long player to maintain it if they're here, unless they get like smoked off or anything, but like this allows them to rotate and like strengthen another part of the chain that they weren't at, which is why you fight for space early. So there's nothing here. The chain's kind of in trouble. Let me see where Forsaken died. This guy literally ran out of I think he ran out of double doors into their spawn and died for free. So, and with that, the chain kind of goes to this. And so there's a huge gap that someone's going to rotate to take over. And because he wants to kind of keep this gap together, he might just push up to make the chain more manageable for the rest of the team. And he actually does. Yeah, he's just going to keep walking here. Because he's making it... Yep, he maintains it, finds two. And he finds two. And this is something that Jing does that not a lot of race players do. And not a lot of race players should do. Is that he kills two and he's like, I got another one in me. Watch this. Goes into the next one. Kills this guy. And... Yep. It's ace time. You know? Yep, and he gets an ace. Because he's quick. He identified, like, potential positions, right? Which is a skill that I'm not expecting you to know. Like, he kills two here, and his brain immediately was like, there's one window. And there was one window. I don't even think they were tagged. They killed this guy because he was free eats, and the guy didn't have a gun. Like, good lord. But notice, like, a lot of these decisions are fueled by this kind of chain. So he walks out. This is an interesting idea. This is an interesting concept. Because, like, technically he's controlling both of these spaces. He has his boy behind him. I think Forsaken is on his right, just holding window. If he's not, they're trolling.
Red.
Alright, he just said, yep. I'm maintaining the chain.
One Gretch, one. I bomb it. Take him. Last two in front.
Okay. But now we're in a 2v2. The initial plan was like we just kind of want to make the chain manageable or like easier to predict.
Last two here.
And they crush him. And I'll show the last round, but like it's probably gonna be more of the same thing. Starts mid. Notices a gap towards A. They're coming out A. He's ready to fight. Yep. Cool. Better. Ooh. Okay. Okay, he jumped out because the Clove is fighting. And they win. So that's like how we approach this idea. And how we like take advantage off of it. And so because like we place people places, because a lot of pros, like you notice that they rarely change position on their anchors. Like their anchors that game was Sova on this side. and their Cypher on the other. Like, they didn't swap. Like, sometimes teams will swap them, but at the end of the day, like, they're still anchors for their squad because they can impact the map from the other side. Or they'll push up. It's one of the things that they did on defense. But they didn't change that. They just changed the positions of, like, the rest of the chain. And they, like, keep it glued together and react to what the enemy is doing. Or they're proactive. Sometimes they just take the space and they're like, okay, now you guys can have more liberty to do what you need to do within this space. That's pretty much the chain. Any questions, comments, concerns? Any lapse in judgment? Do we not get it? Do I explain poorly? No. Okay. 1. By the way, it's funny you mentioned that. I would never try to teach this in the middle of a game. I'm not gonna lie. Because I guarantee you most bronze players don't know what the fuck the chain means. You tell them, hey, have you heard about the chain? They're like, chain smokers? Or like, 2 chains? Or what are we talking about? Why are we talking about chains here? You into like... You into some weird stuff or really into hardware? So yeah, most people don't. Honestly, I don't know when people... At some point, this becomes, like, intuitive. There's an I there. There's some V. Anyway. At some point. I don't know what point. Because I didn't learn this... I didn't have to actively learn this skill. But at some point, I learned this skill. I don't know, in my journey from bronze to a Immo 3, I don't know at what point in this middle I learned this skill. I learned how to teach it at a higher rank. Like, I was more closer to this when I could teach it. But I don't know when I learned it. And so I think it's something that normally comes naturally, but it can speed up development if you know it. All right. Yeah, you're like, oh, there's a gap. Yeah, and your brain just puts that in your memory. Is like, why is there a gap there? Well, there was 3 people here. Well, then I should probably push out to make this easier. Yeah, and it's just like, the reinforcement is quick. Like, the feedback loop for this skill is like very quick. Like, even in game, it's like, oh, you got punished for it. Oh, you'll remember. You'll remember. All right. Someone said fracture positioning. Okay. This is still Haven. I just clicked that button like it did something. Fracture positioning. Now, the chain in Fracture looks different. Because there's 4 lanes. And these lanes are also interconnected with wire. Okay, there's actually so technically, if you don't contest hall space, there's 5 lanes to get to site, which is really, 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 really bad. And it's hard because what traditional positioning would dictate would be like, we take map control somewhere. Let's say we initially take A space. This space is super important. Put an S there for super, because this covers 2 entrance points. That's 2 potential gaps that the enemies can take. So we do have to expend resources to take this. I find that this is the most important space on the map, and what dictates like good versus bad teams. That's why like there's a lot of, if we go back and watch like an old VOD, let's see. Fracture Pro VOD. Anyone play recently? Not Slayer Key. Nope. Is it all like a year ago? 2 years ago? 2 years? 1 year? 1 year? 2 days, but this is setups, I don't care. 2 years, 2 years. I mean, I guess I could also filter by upload date. 7 months is the closest we get, and I think this is because of this is not even Fracture. This is Icebox. Or excuse me. It says Icebox, but this is Breeze gameplay. What is this? Wait, we kind of messed up here. All right. But a whole year. All right. So, okay. This is actually a perfect example, right off the gate. Notice how the barriers dropped and immediately a stun comes through. Like, immediately. And so what this tells like most people is like, okay, this space is probably worth fighting for if pros are willing to just off rip take this space proactively, because it's round 1. Like, they haven't shown anything, because typically it takes 5 rounds to come to a consensus of how the enemy team plays. But this is round 1, which means you have to be proactive with how you view the map. And so they view, or most people will view at the higher ranks, this space to be important. And so what this is going to look like is, we know the breach is here, which they'll come down here because they want to fight with a boy. And there's going to be someone here on this X. I guarantee it. It's usually a Jet, but they have a Reyna. Could be the Reyna. So let's see how this plays out, because they get stunned. But they stun back. And hey, am I not just an oracle? Am I not a seer? Or am I just a nerd for watching like thousands upon thousands of hours of like gameplay just to see like patterns? Might be that last one. But so how they handled it, right? Because they got stunned, the breach was like, oh, word? You're gonna stun me? I'm gonna stun you too. And so like both of them stun against each other. Now the Jet dodges it, but this Jet also dodges it, and this guy's 10, so you're gone. 100% nerd pin. Bruh. Bruh. Pattern recognition's ADHD. I'm still super new into ADHD. I'm still trying to study and research and do all that stuff. I'll take book recs. Yeah, you don't smoke this when you're attacking. But you do when you're defending. The Brim should have smoked this for sure. This is something I actually learned in a game recently. Never mind the Brimstone's back. But you see, like, the defense crumbled the second that Jet died. Like, crumbled. It wasn't even close. They just got ran down. Yeah, I know this is 10s. So what? Oh, and thankfully, they didn't cover the mini-map because this guy's a god. So they're running a 2-3 split. We're still kind of figuring out what we want. And so we're going to take B real quick. We think they're an A team. Then we kill a B player. But notice this positioning, right? They're fighting for space B. Like, this is early contestment for B. It's to fight this guy. Right? There's no other reason you put somebody here. But... and this could be solo play. This could be a solo play. So B is technically not clear. There could still be someone Heaven. There could be someone in this area. Canteen, I believe. That's what that is, I think. And so they'll speed up, but they won't like hard commit, yeah, without like using utility. So like this is just where the hit is. Like there's not a gap that they can just hard clear. Yeah, there's one Canteen. And there was one Heaven. Wow. Who'd have thunk that this wasn't just a solo play? Who'd have thunk? I was right on the money yet again. 2 for 2. But Did I watch this VOD? Maybe I watched this VOD.
I'm gonna be stupid and peek into this.
Okay.
This guy's also trolling, but dude, he's better. Doesn't matter.
Can team one?
Doesn't matter, I guess. Anyway, that's about the chain right there. But now, yeah, took space. This guy is here for sure, right? Defensively, this position makes sense. Like for sure, they're adamant. You're not taking A main space. You are not taking it. This is super important. If you play with a team that doesn't fight for A main, call this. Call smokes, call flashes, anything. Get out. They said, you're not taking this space. And they're either going to respect it and leave. This Jet's also a freak, by the way. He pushed that smoke like they owed him money. Of course, they just kept pushing the smoke like they owed them money.
Hey, Brim's there too. Careful, close.
I don't have headphones on, so you guys are gonna have to be my sound testers.
Someone else grab it.
But yeah, because this is like look at the chain right now. Like the chain doesn't exist for Fracture. It's like super not intuitive. Right? Like it doesn't make sense. And so I know you play Jet. We'll watch defense just to give you an idea, or we'll hopefully see defense. These guys are cruising for a bruising right now. Okay, this was a close game because the enemy is not an enemy. Unfortunate. 5 people taking the zip line. I think that was I mean, it proved to be a traumatic mistake. Like an iconic mistake. So, the chain doesn't primarily work for offense the way it does for defense. In the case, I know it's funny as well because like these guys were like, yeah, we're just gonna take this because we know no one's here. And because, like, there was somebody here, they're like, uh-oh. Because he happened to turn, too. Like, it was really unfortunate. He's like, you know what if they were on the zip line? What if, right? And the what if was true, and he's like, wait a minute. Because I can easily find this clip, right? Like, I can easily find it. Watch this. It was against BME from APAC. I have not seen this. So this is Blaze King.
I feel like Austin
Doesn't
would
know,
be
by the
able
way.
to-
Now,
But I feel like
so Crashies, unironically, is actually looking right at them. And this is something that Optic did really well. They actually made a ton of pressure towards B, kind of feigned a bit of a pinch, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll go. You know, they're pincering us. We need to move.
like Optic would have vetoed it.
And by the way, by the time they recognized it, they're like, oh. None of them even attempted to shoot back, right? Like they just died. And funny thing about this is he actually killed the 5th guy before he killed the 4th guy. There's another funny, like, iconic moment just to add to your list of repertoire. You know, some little, like, fun fact for you. Because the game recognized the 5th kill first. Because the bullet killed on the same frame. Pretty funny. But yeah. And so, the first thing you'll notice with Jet is that he's either going to try to take A main, or he's probably going to go B main. Like, those are the 2 spots you'll find Jet, because you can take aggressive, like, control, fight, and then fall away. Hello, Angelic. Let's see where he ends up.
Also, my eyes get.
He actually ends up here. Which is not standard. I would ask, well, why are we gonna do this? Go solid, you know? Yeah, rest up. Rest up. Here, eat some broccoli. Eat some food. Rest up. Sleep by the campfire. Have a quick respite.
Fatigue here, I think, from using contacts or block.
Okay, but notice, and this is actually really good. Thank you for not blocking. Thank you, Tens, for not blocking the mini-map. You'll notice that in the game, they ignore A main. Which, after all that preaching, after all that raving, they're just willing to give it up. Like, what? Like, why? Why would they do that? Well, they're doing a fun thing where they're actually going to pincer both of these. And they're going to take control of one half of the map, which is really cool in a map that's flipped like this. And because they're taking one half, they now kind of have to gamble a bit, which is like, are they just running up A? They just running up B? They running under B? You know, it's a little bit of a gamble, but the other side of this is like, this guy's dead for sure. This guy's dead. I'm sure it was called too, right? They're walking up. He's not gonna walk up because he's alone. Oh, and look at that. There's the gamble. Came this way, came out. And the chain is actually relatively protected, right? There's a gap here, but they would have made noise. So it's likely they'll just be hitting. And, wow, okay. Enjoy. Yep, anyway. Just kills 3, casually. Probably kills a 4th player. You know, why not? 4th player goes to the race. That round. Okay, well, he went here twice. He went dice twice. So that's something add to, like, the idea book. Because we look at the first 5 rounds, because the first 5 are, like, strong. And he holds, like, a deep angle. 1 tap, unswing. That's all he's gonna do. But as you can see, the chain, because the map is weird, the chain looks like this. Which is really annoying, right? Like, this is the chain, so we know they're not here. We know they're not here. We kind of know they're not here. This guy's trying to peek it, and then that leaves us with, like, this side, that deep here, you know. And so it's, like, really hard to do positioning on this map because there's so many threats. But then once a threat makes itself known, it's so quick to get there. Like, it's really hard to, like, not be present for these fights.
Breach done those too?
Breach is probably from that spawn.
One.
Try hard. Look on it, he's trying to go for the 1 tap. Absolute nerd. Absolute. Okay, yeah. This is also when, like, Chamber was good. Oh, actually, no, it isn't. This is, like, after. Oopsie. My year's wrong. Hee hee. So most of the time, depending on your agent, you just want to be contesting early space. So, like, this, you want to be playing in, like, this zone, this zone, this zone, or this zone. This is how you view positioning. Assume that this is all dead space. Like, this should all be dead space. Like, this is the area you play when you want to play fast rotate, because they're just hitting one side or the other is 5, just full clomping it this way. You know, towards B, towards A. Yep, good luck. Good luck with your games. Have fun. And so he's playing fast rotate in this scenario because they're like, well, they're all coming B. Well, let's just run. Let's just run it. And notice how quick you can get, like, you can get here. This is how you play your defense. Like the rotators will stick around mid,
Yeah,
but
careful
most of the
with
time you'll be more proactive. There's also when Jet had 2 updrafts, so you
Wait, how did you get?
could commit to a play like that. Okay. Well, see you. Anywho. Got him.
I'm act-
But see how he's in like a starting spot? He's ready to contest and hold space because this gives information.
I got them.
Yeah, of course he's gonna get stunned off the line, but that's just chilling. They re-clear, so he doesn't have to be here. Now he can turn into a rotator, or can stay if they make a ton of noise. Yeah, they made a ton of noise. He's willing to just fight straight through the door.
Oh, spawn. What the?
Yeah, and notice how this guy breaks. Like, do you know how fast this was in comparison? Right? Let me break it down. Let me break it down real quick. How this guy actually got into spawn. So, this chamber is on top, on the super top off angle, right? On top of like generator. Watching for like anyone lurking up B, you know, just in case. Cypher catches him, and now this is 118. Raze is on site, so Raze in actuality needs to either come over here and fight this guy, or come over here and hold the line. But he can't because his safety net died. So now he has to worry about his life.
Oh no.
And Cypher recognizes that, right? And the Raze also recognizes that. So like the Raze tucks to try to get a timing on them coming out. Because he checks long, not there. But this dude, who is right here, gets here. Immediately, just gets past the line. Super fast. Bonk.
Oh, spawn. What?
And they probably lose this round. Thank you.
I need to take these contacts.
Yep, but he's starting at the barrier. We're looking to fight because we need control. Well, sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. You just lose a round. Yep, easy. No big deal. But notice, again, we're starting at the barrier and we're chilling. This is a lot of what defense looks like. You're controlling space, or you're contesting with buddies, and then you have a like your rotators are in this area. Usually it's your controller should just chill in here and just be a rotator, or help with like the space taking with like a smoke or something. Of course you don't need to, but like you can. Actually, what happened here? They peek him, or did he die from B main? Yep. Nah, died from the B main player. Oopsie. This guy doesn't win it. He doesn't want it. Same idea. We're contesting space. This guy's going crazy. He recognizes that they can like go more, or you can go for more. Just kidding. Found the lurker. Yahtzee. I think they lose this. They should lose this. This guy's in a 1v3. They do lose this. Wonderful. But notice how it hasn't changed, right? Like this is the first time we've changed from a non-rotator position. That the idea is that we're just going to probably jump spot and spot long anyway, so we're controlling space. In terms of information, we're not trying to kill anybody, but we're going to control. He doesn't actually end up doing that. And because this space is controlled, right? It's controlled up to here, which is like not great, but like not bad. What he's going to do, or what he's probably going to do for his squad, is this guy's going to take a fight, TP away, and he's going to hold this. They try to swing for more.
Okay.
Is that B main flash?
Okay, side.
One's taking zip, but the one's taking zip back towards that side.
Let's go.
Nice.
The second he TPs, I guarantee you he's going to swing. Oh, he should.
I'm just in canteen.
Nah, he doesn't. Nah, he doesn't.
Ah, fuck it. I'm
He
gonna
waits a
hold
bit.
it.
He waited a bit. No worries.
I don't like holding this angle with the smoke, but do it anyways.
There was a chance, unlikely, but there was a chance someone's crossed this path, which would have been kind of annoying. I do a rain of if I could find one. Reyna kind of plays the same way to Jet in this regard. Whereas, like, you still want to like in terms of positioning, you just want to contest early. You contest early space, and then you just like do what you gotta do. Wow, dude! Holy moly! Please,
Sorry, no. You.
that man had a family. There you go. They went. But that's like the beauty of this map when it comes to positioning, is that it's not good enough to play it like you normally would on any map. Like, you actually have to play for map control. What that control looks like is different per round, and like what you feel like the enemy likes to do. I would say, like, as a bench, if you're like, you pick like one of the sides. If you're on the A side, you fight for main. If you're on the B side, it seems like you're willing to more fight for arcade. I'm down for you to be willing to fight B main, but I want you to pick one. I would definitely pick A main, unless they're like sending 4 people dish. Then I'd be like, oh, I'll fight you dish. I'll fight you dish. What's up? I'll fight you dish. But these are the spots that I would contest, and this is the spot that 10s would contest. And so we listen to 10, so we'll contest this way. Seems stronger. Felt stronger when I played. When I played and played this spot as Brim, it felt good as a contest strategy. But that's because 3 people were going A, and I'm not a rotator, so oopsie. I actually shouldn't be, but A. How's it going? That's your Provod Reyna. You're gonna give me Psalm Reyna. Austin Reyna? Oh boy. God, Psalm hasn't been a duelist in like 3 years. What did you just type out to me? A robber? I'm not looking that up live because I value myself. Yep. An animated graphical control element used to show computer program is performing the action. So why do you know that? Reloaded and got ads, I'm sorry. I didn't run a pre-roll, I just kind of did the class. My bad. Oopsie. Well, he has an ad, so I'm gonna eat real quick. I'm really hungry. Yeah, it is good for me, I think. I mean, the meal is chicken breast, rice, and like an assortment of vegetables. I guess that kind of probably as healthy as I can possibly get without diving into like superfoods. All right. I'll take a break from eating to do my job. So, with the same principles as like the map applies, we'll find out that like attack feels the same way. It should feel the same way where it's like kind of lower music, sure. I'm not listening to it. But a lot of like this will just mirror where the Jet was doing, because like on attack it's just like I want to split B. I want to split A. Can we show presence here? Can we show presence there?
Easy.
And look at this. Well, get wrecked. And that dude's gone. See you later. But notice how the defense is like defending it, like very fiercely.
One spawn.
He dash top of site fast or no?
Actually, we're not watching these peons play. We're watching this Jet or this Reyna.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah, but notice it's just a split. Like they called split. They likely called split. Does what he needs to do. I mean,
Flank one.
that couldn't possibly be any fast. Get wrecked.
Power!
Yeah, they never cleared tower. They lose the round because of it. No. No, he cleared all his site. You couldn't clear tower? No.
Get to here and I'll.
That's tough.
Yeah, you guys are walking.
I'd be mad. Kinda was mad. Alright.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, if you can hit that, you honestly can probably just play any agent, but like, you know how it be. Ah.
Reloading.
Take.
Checks behind.
Spike down. B.
Blind.
I have the spike.
And then, yeah, they lose the round.
Here?
I had a feeling. Let's see, they take main.
What?
Placing alarm bot.
Flash. Oh yeah. Oh wait, there's also. Come on.
Yeah, this is like,
Can't go.
Smokes about to fade.
This is awkward as can be.
I have your pain.
My ult ready.
You should run.
So my cross.
No.
Yeah. No.
No.
Oops.
Last player
No,
standing.
bro. I'm just missing. I'm just missing, bro. 78.
Alright, blame me outlier, not me. I didn't do anything.
Nice try.
Yeah, it was a bad ult. I was looking at that like, oh, that's a weird ult. I wouldn't ult there, but hey. Doesn't get my seal of approval.
There's a Reyna there.
And again, just look at the pace
Spike down. B.
at which we're like attempting to fight and take this like
It is still tower.
take these engagements. Because like for the first 5 rounds, you kind of just run at the opponents, kind of figure out what they're doing. And so what we've learned is that the KJ has a pretty standard setup towards B that's probably easily breakable. They also like to contest arcade a lot, and they don't really they'll spot B main, but they haven't really fought for
Can
it.
you hold,
So like we can get stairs
Arcade?
pretty early and apply. This is likely
Yeah,
what
just
Finesse is
someone,
thinking.
but
He's
I'm
like,
really
I can
sure.
probably just take B
make sure I
main,
don't get pushed and shit.
Cutting their vision.
and then we can kind of make something happen. Of course, they have KJ ult, so they might
must know
just
I'm about to do this.
KJ ult. I think this is
Gonna molly.
Yes.
well. Got him.
Oh, so he's mid. Volleyed up again.
Cancel it maybe. Go back. Amen. Go back. Amen.
Well,
Yeah, you're already.
yeah, we cry. You just cry. It's all good. Just
Back in.
tears of joy.
Okay. Yeah. Can you guys?
They even won the round.
Okay,
That's
okay,
crazy.
Doesn't even like jiggle. He just shit walks. This guy's a
But it's just like take space fast, take a fight, win round. Life's good. That's pretty much what attack is you identify where they're weak at and you run at it. Because they can't be everywhere at once. And so when we move on to defense, the inverse is likely true. Where we're going to fight for early space. Oh, well, looky here. Where are we? At the barrier. They probably called a bridge pinch. Yeah, bridge
Alright, that's
pinch.
3D. Fuck.
It's a very common play, high level.
You
Hey,
did
hey,
shoot him once.
Oh, you were fucking blocking me somehow.
killed the
Hey,
lurker. Comes over here. Gets sat. Gets sat.
Yep.
I believe that's also second Turtle Z, yeah? Like, that jet just sat them both down. Oh, anyway,
Dude.
they got him, though.
Spike down A.
Lower side.
So our Tweedledee and Tweedle not me
Last player
gonna beat
standing.
this jet? I feel like it's not. Oh, never mind.
The one bullet.
Easy. Never mind. They got him. They got him. But you see, like, it's
I'll pick first.
early space practically
Easy.
always, right? Like, we're here.
Top door.
And in this case, you're getting, like, ult charge. But, like, that could also just be
B.
jet knives as well. Doesn't really matter who gets that as long as somebody gets that. And then, like, no one's here. This is, like, a round 2 thing. But you don't flank on round 2. It's just, like, too risky. Like, you can maintain control. This guy can kind of just chill here and listen. But it's like, you come through here. Because we don't want to give him free weaponry. It's like the base Bayer Bones thing. Basic. Looks for fight. He's now the fast rotator. They made a lot of noise. They, like, stopped making noise. So it's like, well, okay. Are they still around B? Are they committing? Are they not committing?
He's inside.
This is where you need a little bit more
You walk apart,
information. Well, they just killed a lurker towards Dish, so it's likely they were thinking about going A. Oh, there's another A player that ran out sight, ran on this
Abby.
breach and died. Okay. Well, all right, another person died A. They're committed A. Or they're likely committed A. Yeah, Psalm found the additional lurker. Okay, makes it seem like he's cheating, but okay.
Can you?
Notice how now there's deviation because we are on a lower buy than our opponent. And so what this is going to be is there's actually a trap play, which is really fun. So they're going to come B main, or they should come B main. And when they do, and they break this turret, this easily broken turret, they're just going to take sight, or they should take sight. What Psalm's going to do is flash. Never mind. I think he jumped the gun, but FNS was ready.
Spike down B.
Yeah, okay.
That's it.
In sight.
He's here. He's here.
One enemy remaining.
All right. Not what I think they had drawn up, but he's like, all right, off turret contact, I'm going to flash and we're going to kill. And they did because, you know, they were ready. Like the duo right there's got him. But notice how it's like the same kind of thing where like we're contesting early space.
Oh, that's not right. I called her backup, bro.
And then we push them back to site and then crunch them. That's like the idea. Like you never want to start on site. He's gonna hold this. I think they're actually just gonna go B. Yeah, they just go B. Like he re-clears. They actually went A. Ooh.
No, he's not.
Check for the lurker. Feel like this round is over. Never mind. They won the round. Good lord. FNS is too good. Oh, but look where we're starting. In extremity. We're starting A main. They never called that they pushed it, so he's gonna push it, which is fine. I'm down for like aggressive plays when you mix them in with just holding.
Holy fuck.
Found this guy,
My ult ready.
Just him, it's just him.
and now it's like a speed thing.
Spike down B.
Well, nice. They should know they're
Hey,
under.
calm down, guys. Calm down.
You know what?
They're just covering their bases. Bam.
For that.
Got the lurker.
Yeah, I'm just.
Ooh, they're gonna ult. Fuck.
But notice how this one's more proactive. Like,
Yeah.
Flash,
They're
stun,
running
stun,
underground.
it's
stun,
Probably to
I'm
ult.
blinding. You stun.
Be main. Be main.
Oh, that's tough. Went up B main, no fear.
Oh, Shibar!
Ah, tough.
I brought.
That guy's not a shooter.
That was you.
Go first.
Okay, started in the same spot. Mid game kind of got a little weird. Killed two, sure. But you kind of see the
It
gist.
is, it really is.
Dude,
I'm gonna let you
I'm
just
gonna bait him into running here, buy a judge and sit behind the wall.
Oh, bro, I can't afford a judge.
watch this last round in its entirety, from where he starts and where he ends.
Sit in that fucking corner.
So after you-
Oh, fuck.
B, B, B. 1B. B main.
Thank you, thank you. Bro,
I'm jumping away now. Not in yet. Underpass now.
spit on my fucking monitor, bro. Oh my.
He's like running arcade.
Go go arcade.
You're an idiot, bro. I hate you. Take it after
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
You're gonna be late potato, bro. So like, I don't know. Yeah, I told you. I fucking hate you.
Defenders win.
I gotta clean my monitor. I can't reach you. Wait for me, guys.
Yeah. Annoying side effect. I know I'm not eating. Oh, that's just, yeah, the judge was a good call because he had heightened economy. He had enough to buy one, have a rifle. But he's good about it. That KJ ult spot's good. Yeah, it's great. That's why the meta for the longest time was like Brim versus the KJ. And whoever like won the ult economy on like who built it up first. Like if your KJ built up their ult first, you won like a round. And you had to force them to make like a suboptimal play for like fighting for under B. And it was like a big thing in the meta. And why EG was really good about like ult like econ management for 2023 is because they actually introduced Sova to the lineup. So it was like Sova, Brim, and their KJ core. And so now they had 2 ults that can counter the KJ. Yeah, and that's why like Breach was really good too, because like you had like this trifecta of people that can just, because they learned lineups so that like Aftershock to break it, and people started to move the KJ ult to be less efficient but like not breakable. Then people found different ways to do it. Yeah, but now Tejo kind of just removes KJ from the map pool, which is actually vile. The fact that, or at least the ult, right? Like you now get less value if you just plop your ult down as KJ against the Trejo. Like you actually have to think about when you ult. Like you can't just ult in the situation that makes sense. Like you also have to like, did the Tejo use that ability to entry on site? Do you know? And if they don't know, it's like he probably didn't, and this is just gonna get popped anyway. Yeah, you can't just destroy util. So like what a lot of people are doing, they'll clear out. They'll do the first one to either clear out close util and break it, or what they'll do is they'll just use it to kill if they're just gonna go past it anyway. Like if their jet's dashing past, it's like, I'm just gonna hit you with that ability and you're gonna die. You're either gonna die to my stuff or you're gonna die to the jet coming at you. Pick your poison. It's a really strong agent. They're gonna nerf that for sure. At least the damage numbers for that. I don't know what the actual nerf looks like, but I'm sure it's something silly. What does this guy do? Yeah, no, most people don't know what Trejo does because it got released like 3 days ago. 3 days ago. Yeah, 3 days. Yeah, no, they don't know. What does he do? He looks fun. He looks new. I'm gonna try him in comp. Let's go. Yeah. I would too. Comp is more competitively fun than unrated. I would not practice agents in unrated if I can go back, because I used to, as like I'm not getting any real value out of this. But I kind of do go into the range and at least throw the utility. Like, I'll throw it. I might not understand it, but I know, like, I kind of know what it does. Like, if you pick the agent, you have zero idea include, don't pick the agent. You'll lose the game. I don't care how broken an agent is, especially like Tejo. It's super easy. Super easy to use. Very simple. Pretty clean game plan. But if you don't know how to use the agent, you're going to struggle. Yeah, if the guy didn't know anything, he's just trolling and just trying to have fun, which is unfortunate for hardcore rank climbers, but like, at the end of the day, it's a game. Once to try out the new agent, see what they do, I'm down. And I won't teach them. If you ever play me in ranked, I don't teach you in game. I'll literally let you just be a bumbling buffoon. Because I'm not trying to win the game for real. I'm trying to be better than all of you. You're all enemies. None of you are safe. Oh, well, that was my mentality. I find it. There was a season that I was super, like, not for people. I was 1v9ing at some point. Let me find it. It was during this climb. It was this one. I remember this one. Because then I felt really stupid when I got Heartstock Ascendant 3 again. I quite literally... Yep. You're right. I think this is also when I watched Blue Lock. You're completely right. Still one of my favorite sports anime, if not anime of all time. But yeah, I was like, I don't care about none of you. I'm out here getting that XP. You make a mistake, figure that out yourself. I'm not here to tell you. Oh, you want to tell me a mistake? Sure, I'll fix that real quick. No problem. You messed up the stun? I don't care. The animation hurts? Yeah, I know. I know. I haven't seen season 2 yet because my backlog of anime had been shot because I wanted to learn Japanese. And I figured I'm going to slowly inch my way back into watching without subtitles. Hold on, my body temperature raised. The 3 anime episodes. Yeah, what they tried to do is they tried to make Blue Lock the anime like the manga. Like, they tried to take the stills and translate that directly into the anime, which looks clunky and not good. Whereas the first season, like, everything was fluid, the movement was like not even sharp, but it was like very smooth. Like, the rotors were good, all the movement felt natural, everything looked great. But then, of course, like, this season got rushed. My favorite anime, oh god. Do I even admit it, like, live on air? God, alright. Yeah, I'll bite the bullet first. Okay, so my favorite anime of all time so far, anything can take the spot, just so far nothing has, is the Saga of Tanya the Evil. That is my favorite so far. And it's not close. Never heard of it? Oh, you're in for a wild ride. If you ever go watch it. But it's a really niche that I did not think I would enjoy, and then I watched it and I was like, okay, I'm sold. Because, like, it's not even close, which is crazy. because I'm also like a DBZ guy. I was a Fairy Tail guy, not that anymore. Nice try. Blue Lock guy, Haikyuu guy. And then there's like there's like a line over here, which is called Slice of Life, that I enjoy. Like a lot. Like probably an obscene amount. I don't think that these crack this line. Just know that they're in their own little world. Henshura, Furin, and One Piece. Furin's pretty recent. I've watched a lot of One Piece. I kind of spoiled it for myself. My best friend is like the biggest One Piece enjoyer on the planet. Maybe not, but he really likes One Piece, ideally. And I liked Dragon Ball, and nice. Anyway, there I fixed it actually. So I like Dragon Ball, and there was a runtime on releases between the Tournament of Power for the Super arc, or for Super, the Tournament of Power arc, and One Piece was running, I think the tail end of Dressrosa into Whole Cake Island, the Whole Cake arc. And so what we would do is, because I've watched all of Dragon Ball, none of One Piece, and he watched all of One Piece and not Dragon Ball, is we would watch, but he like we both watched the other parts of the anime because he's never seen Dragon Ball, and I hadn't seen One Piece. So we would watch both those episodes, and now years down the line, when people were actually getting into One Piece, more friends were getting into it. He like was going through, there was like an old watch party that like it was like for people who were like trying to catch up, and something would happen and I wouldn't know it because I hadn't watched. I was like, oh, that's a sick moment, like, or like I would be really surprised, not like, oh well, that was a sick moment, you know, trying to hide excitement, but I'd be really surprised about something or an action, and they'd be like, huh, like this is like normal One Piece when you first start watching, like this is normal, like what are you talking about? Then they like coaxed it out of me. I hadn't watched One Piece. I literally hadn't watched any episodes before episode 933. And so they're like, he was like, oh, what? And he's like, well, what do you know? What do you not know? What do you know? What do you not know? Or it might have been earlier. It might have been like 890 or something like that. But like, I was deep. One Piece was deep before I started watching it with him. So I missed a bit. But I would get some context through like clips that would surface in the anime community, because that was big on YouTube at some point, like 2021 or something like that, 2020. Dressrosa is around 600, 700. Jesus, wow. Yeah, I don't know. The actual episode number doesn't matter. Just know that like I started tail end of Dressrosa into Whole Cake is where I started. So like maybe the number was like 7 something, but like then I haven't seen anything within like 700 episodes. Like I skipped that many, which is still kind of crazy. And he didn't even watch Dragon Ball. He was just like, I don't care. I don't even think he watched Z. I don't think he even watched Z. I'd have to fact check that with him. But I don't even think he watched that. He just gonna watch Super. Like it's so fundamentally like understandable that it's just like, I'm just gonna power up and punch somebody, I think. And he's like, I got the gist. I think I know what Dragon Ball Z is about. Don't need to watch Dragon Ball. If you watch the new one, was it Daikai? Or Daika? It was something. Whatever the new one is that just came out. you probably need to watch Dragon Ball because it actually fits the Dragon Ball narrative. Like it's what Dragon Ball set out to be, is that one. And so I definitely would watch, like, if you hadn't, I would watch Dragon Ball, like the original. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, it is just Journey to the West, but it's so good. Or it's like his take. It's Toriyama's take on Journey to the West. Rest in peace, the GOAT. What was that other one? You mentioned Henshura. I have no idea what that is. I know what that is. Never mind. Never mind. That character is just cold for no reason. And then for a reason. Okay, you actually have a good mix. You got an isekai. You got 2 of them? For Tenshura, the slime. The slime is cold for, like, no reason, and then there's a reason. Actually, I haven't watched a lot of it. Oh yeah, Rimmaru is the name. That's it, that's it. Why is it called that, though? Oh, it's abbreviated for Tensei Shitara Slime Daka Ken. I got you. Chillin', chillin'. I didn't know that. I mean, I guess I would need an abbreviation with a name that long. There's some long ones, though. Moe Gap? Or what is, no, it's Gap Moe. I don't know, I'm in deep. I'm in deep, don't mind me. It's like sweet and spicy. But in Rimaru's case, it's like live and die. It's like those 2 modes. That's not even like super long. Hold on, I can give you the longest one. Is it Isekai title? Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Because it's super long. My life is just as wrong as I expected after traveling to another world where I'm surrounded by cute girls at a magical high school, and I'm also the fabled hero of legend. But before I tell you that story, I have to tell you this story, in which I was walking along with my unbelievably, impossibly cute younger sister who doesn't like me at all, and she said to me that it was my fault she wasn't popular, no matter how she looked. As we walked to school together, and we stopped to look at a garden, which had a flower whose name I don't remember, when suddenly a portal opened up to another world, and when I landed in a field, and my face was buried in the largest pair of boobs I've ever seen, and my sister hit me and called me an idiot while blushing. But then the girl I landed on saw the birthmark on my hand and gasped, and grabbed my hand, and I blushed, and she started dragging me away, and my sister got mad and chased after us, and I asked where we were going, and she said she was taking us to Grimdark Magic School, and where she was the school president. And then I gasped, because then I was now in a magical world, and when we got to the school, which was a giant castle, I asked the girl what her name was, and she said that it was Akane Yusha, which I thought was a tad strange since she had blonde hair and blue eyes, and the entire aesthetic of a school seemed very ancient European. But I forgot about all that when she told me she needed to see the headmaster because she had been taught that the mark on my hand was the symbol of reincarnation of the legendary dragon hero of legendary literature. And I said that was a cool thing to be taught because at our school, the only book we learned was Atlas Shrugged. And she asked what that was, and I told her I was the book our society based its philosophy on a speech from. And she asked me to recite the speech, which I did, and that speech went for 12 years you have been asking, ... So, it's really long. Yeah, yep. Yep, you're right. All right, but also on a realer one, it is so like, this is the one in like the longest one I know of in Japanese is Isekai shokan sareta kita seijo sama ga kareshi ga shindu to naku bakari de hatarashicai kurimasen tokoro de sono shinda kareshi zenze no ore desu ne. Which translates to a saint who has been summoned to another world cries, "My boyfriend is dead and won't work for me." By the way, the dead boyfriend is me in my previous life. Yeah, no, they took they yeah, I'm telling you that it's good. They're good. These titles are great because they literally, so how the naming convention went was like they either have like a cool identifying factoid, or not a factoid, but like a cool like identifiable name that can span the generations, or the title is something really specific, and there's no in between. They just either describe the situation as the cover, or they have like a cool name for it. But yeah, you just described the entirety of what I said. Pulled straight from media. New solo leveling? Man, I wish I can get into solo leveling. I never really watched it. I thought about reading the webtoon, but then I was like, you know, they have an anime. Am I even gonna bother? Because they did it first with Tower of God, and I'd already read like something amount of chapters in Tower of God, and that was a slug. I won't lie to you, that was a slug to get through. Season 2 is horrible. I mean, let me be completely honest with you. The writing honestly wasn't great in Tower of God past such and such amount of chapters. Jesus, good lord. Christ almighty, man. I'm not even actually surprised. I didn't know about webtoons until, well, actually I probably read more than that. How much did I read today? I think I read, how many pages did I read today? But it's also not fair because that's more long form. I've read 96 pages. I still gotta read more though today from like a different set of books. One day if there's no school, I couldn't. You can't find me reading that much. I love reading manga and non-fiction books, but you will not find me doing it like all day. I try my best to not get sucked out. Like also in like unrelevant news, the light novels. I've never. The only light novels I've read were like the Saga of Tanja the Evil. Those are the light novels I've read. Light novels are typically good. I recommend them. Oh yeah, but in like Valorant news, supposedly our good pal Muda is our good pal no more. Supposedly he was cheating or win trading to make the push to #1, which is crazy given everything that's happening around. I can try to find the video. I guess something's happening with Grim. I'm not gonna say anything about that unless I watch. But it's from WestJet, so I don't know. Or Jet West or whatever. So this was uncovered and like brought to the attention. Oh my god, there you are. Hard not to miss it. So like, is that like huge? Yeah, there's like a lot of like Shanks brought him up. Ego Clips brought him. There was another person who did like a deep dive. This guy did it. There's a bunch of them. Guess everyone knows. So Bros is like, did he cheat? Probably did. I mean, he definitely did. There's no like hiding it. Dang, this is everywhere. Didn't realize. What happened with Grim being sexist? Am I getting trolled live on air? This is another one of those like Jason R situations or what?
Massive day for the unemployed. Grim is in hot water. He's getting canceled for...
Yeah, it has to be more than this, right?
Title. People are calling him a sexist. What? Girl
For
Pro
what? Can't
believe my walls. Okay, nothing serious. Girl pros aren't good. Okay, where's the line? All right, joking aside, the...
A little rude, but that's a little rude, but I mean, yeah, it's not in the greatest of faith for sure, but it's like if he just said like game changer pros aren't good, still not in good faith, like it's still a negative hateful statement, but like
funniest thing in this whole situation
sexist for it?
wasn't even him making the video. Yo, I just saw this one 100% on me. LMFAO. This
does look horrid. Yeah. Okay, he's self-aware. Okay, huge. So that's it? He's chilling? Or what?
does look pretty horrid. I don't really manage and keep eyes closely on every video, so again, I'm sorry about that. I'll let him know and I'll make sure I know what's going on. Bro, like you do for all the men who you...
And then Alexis was like... Yeah, Alexis is also chilling. Yeah, looks like everyone's chilling.
I don't see you calling them boy pros. Call me a sexist all you want, but God behind the scenes.
He's chilling. Yeah, okay, whatever. Anyway. Cool. Cool. Yep. Yeah, Grim doing Grim things. Grim's cool about it. Didn't know he's cool like that. Okay, I'm actually gonna sit back here. We'll do the win trading. I'll just let this play for a second.
Muda hit rank 1
while I eat real quick. Give me 1 sec. Wait, I've been trying to eat this for like 2 hours. Hold on.
I was gonna get rank 1 since day 1. The chosen one f***ing prevails.
The only thing chosen about Muda is who is in his games. Oh hell no.
Baba Booey.
Jet West. What is up, woman haters and alligators? Jet West, 5'6", Valorant's last hope here, and today we're talking about Mudahar. Oh, and literally 100% of you are subscribed, so be sure to subscribe. No.
Don't ever doubt your boy. Don't ever doubt the chosen one. Don't ever doubt the chosen one. Ever.
Let's just say people started doubting. Is win trading and elo abusing okay at its gamerdoc at Riot Support? Bro reported him, he snitched to the principal. He also has Poppin going on 3 different accounts, which is elo abusing. It helps him get easier teams. IMO, 1 account is fine, but this is just shameless. At one point, Poppin had 3 accounts in like top 10 Radiant. That's comedy. To nobody's surprise, Shanks is involved as well and got into a lobby with a bunch of virgins and decided to clear Muda's name.
He did obviously win trade. I'm gonna say this.
All right.
Like Muda's a
Dude, Shanks does not care.
All right,
This guy
I'm there.
is literally
Let's go.
going through every.
Let's go. All right. They talk about like the elo abusing from Poppin because that pros have been doing that for like decades. Hate Muda.
Every single VOD in every single game, bro.
I saw like the memes and I'm just like, I don't remember Sabrosa being weird like that.
First off, Shakes,
It turns out it was a completely different individual.
let's clear the air first.
Especially when it was like on glance.
All right, let's
I
put
was
Detective
like
Pants on. We
at a
got
glance he
Muda, the
does look
Chosen One, playing
shockingly
against
similar. And I'm just
Lumpy
like, what is this?
Pumpkin 22 going
What are
10
these, like-
17, and apparently this is a recurring
like,
trend.
gifs
Now,
that people
it
were
gets even
posting.
funnier
It was like,
because
this is
apparently
not-
Lumpy Pumpkin
this is not how
22 is
Sabrosa
actually
acts.
Kamarli, which is a Muda's Twitch mod. Valorant's favorite racist artist actually found a clip of this Yoru, and boy oh boy.
Then I want you to click. Then I want you to click rounds. Click rounds, okay?
Rounds?
Click rounds. Okay, you clicked it.
Yeah.
Okay, now click round 3. Okay, click round 3, bro. And now look where the Yoru is, bro.
Apparently someone got like the actual clip in game and saw it like live.
I ain't played judge, jury, nor executioner here, but so far it's not a good look. What's the Yoru doing? Message from Muda was found on Discord
He like
as well.
fake
says,
cloned
"Nah, I
off
need
the
to throw
edge,
for me, fam.
but like
If you get
committed
rank
to
one,
the
I'm
bit
going
for
bald
real
next. I
to
need
make
this
it seem
rank
like
one."
he's just
I don't know, we
bad.
could view this in
But
two
this is like
ways.
Radiant
It's either a
lobbies, there's no way.
massive slip up El Bozo maneuver, or he's just trolling with a friend. So, you know, benefit of the doubt. You can make up your own mind on that.
What do you want me to say, bro? The Chosen One prevailed. Alright, chat. You guys are just mad that the Chosen One prevailed, bro.
W, Fred.
No one is bouncing at it right now, bro. On the 4-9 round is.
Wait, is the fake clone?
Fake cloning with a Vandal? Interesting play for sure.
To swing off it.
It's like, oh, Yoru's gonna clone, he's gonna flash or peek me with the clone, right? No, I'm gonna swing.
To be
deep in
fair,
the shower
Muda
for
is a
the-
little retarded, so sometimes he makes
Wait,
retarded
who throws a clone
Okay.
just into showers though to begin with? Like who just does that beginning of the round?
Don't get me wrong, these guys
They all
are
got in a
nerds
Discord and- or
100%,
not a
but,
Discord,
they're
what am I
bringing up
talking
a
about,
pretty
dude? I have, like,
convincing
no
case.
eyes.
If I was to listen to anyone
They
on the
actually
mechanics
like
and
got
these
into a
guys,
like a
Muda so locked in on the clone? Like, why does he shoot like 3 times?
It's,
and then go
it's
back?
obvious.
They all got in a
because
custom
he knows that he's
lobby,
gonna clone. Look, the
and we're
com-
like,
someone
yo.
literally messaged him and says, guess
Yo,
what?
this
Hey,
guy's
I'm gonna
win
clone
trading.
showers.
Okay, yeah.
like,
of
all
course
right,
it doesn't look
bet.
good, but there's no real evidence that they were
I
colluding
wouldn't.
behind the scenes.
Personally.
Round 3 anti-bonus, Yoru just jumps off the map for fun. He straight up just jumps off the map on bonus.
Oh, he
Wait,
put
he
that in
didn't
the
kill it, he
video?
just jumped off.
Wait. That's a whole new level of stupid. What? You put that clip in the video? What? Wait. That's dumb. That's even beyond dumb. There's no way. There's no justifying that, right? It's in the YouTube video. Like, this is something I would try to avoid, right? Like, I wouldn't put this. Oh, but it probably leads into a good clip, so it's hard to see, right?
Hey,
Oh, yeah, because he kills 2. He kills 2 and he hits like a third one. Oh, no, because it looks like it probably looked like a sick clip. But the dude's just throwing.
We go to this round. Yoru throws round to start again.
there, Yuri just keeps pushing main and dying.
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
guys, if you didn't
yeah.
know, for those of you who haven't looked at the VOD, the mod just jumped off the map round 3, like anti-bonus round, just jumped off for funsies on Yoru.
All right, personal opinion. Do I think that Yoru guy was helping Muda hit rank 1? Yes, absolutely. I mean, I can't really deny that. Breaking
No way,
news.
dude.
People were
That's
making
crazy.
accusations that Muda offered a
Because, like, there's so many more. I would actually have checked. Like, I wouldn't. Like, if they were throwing, I would do my absolute best to, like, not try to take advantage of that. Or I would be like, I don't know. I personally wouldn't be like, oh yeah, this is it. Where this is making the comp. I look at that as like, this looks a little sus. Maybe I shouldn't put this. Or in game, I would have been like, I'm lurking A, you guys go B, or I'm lurking B, you guys go A, or something like that. Or something, anything. Like anything that seems kind of natural and you just kill the guy being dumb. And you have like plausible deniability, but like
people money for
this. It's not even
I did
close.
not get paid. I did not
If you
get.
got that
I did not
bag,
find
bro,
videos of it.
if you did this for free, that is just actually a sad life you have. I'm gonna keep
On my mom, bro.
Hey, it's Swarm in the chat. I need to see his bank account.
peak performance on trade and def on payroll, MVPs on their team. You used the wrong there. apparently some of the clips people were showing as evidence were getting deleted, so people were thinking and speculating that Muda was undergoing a Mr. Beast level cover-up. I mean, the list of the accounts involved was pretty...
Okay, there's no way. The dude's like a relatively small Twitch streamer in the grand scheme of things. There's no cover-up, dude.
Extensive. This was like a whole worldwide Epstein
Although
Island
to be
level
fair, there are some
operation.
PR teams out there that are crazy. Do you see like that clip of LeBron getting dunked on, and on Twitter they literally erased the footage? They straight up that dunk no longer exists online. Like LeBron wasn't even there. Like they cropped him out of the picture, bro. LeBron isn't even there. I wish I could. I'm not gonna load up Twitter though. That's like a death trap.
For me to get rank 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I'm not getting caught in
one of the
the
people involved, Swarm, and I'll just let the clip speak for itself.
the council of
He's going for that
anything
Chris
today.
Cleed
Yeah, because
lock
look at
boy.
this.
Nah,
That's
Muda
blatant.
deserves rank 1, bro. Muda deserves rank 1. Honestly, I just feel like he just whiffed it, bro. He probably, maybe he thought he killed him off the first thing.
How much did Ahmuda pay these motherfuckers? I didn't think it was this bad. I personally don't care about the competitive integrity of Valorant, but I understand why Knights does. Knights essentially had his rank 1 taken away by Muda, so he, rightfully pissed, I guess. Muda tweets his rank 1, he's all happy, and Knights is like under there, 700 matches played and win trading.
So do you not think it's like kind of weird that Muda is hiding his Q for 5 minutes out of nowhere? He gets 4 to 3 people.
Why do you win trade on dead game, bro? Even Harvard scholars are confused. So wait, did Muda win trade or not? I'm so confused.
On split, he was on his phone in between every single round, so.
Why would you have
Probably.
a 5-minute, 10-minute?
It's okay. I guess I could just say it's alleged, but I mean that's like legal talk. I personally think that this guy's a win training for sure. Like there's
On his
no
phone
way
between
he's
every single
not.
round on the split game.
But they're just kind of
Last
playing
game.
the same click over and over again. This guy actually gonna have like insight.
Posed for win trading himself, and like he had the best comeback ever. I served my time, now he will serve his. Should have learned from the people before him. We got the Mount Rushmore of win traders, a takes one to know one situation.
Like, I don't understand why these guys are win trading though. Like, do you think like there's no way that they paid him?
It gets worse and worse, I swear to God.
I'm gonna be honest. I've played against Swarm and he's very good at Valorant. You gotta.
So wait, what's your verdict? Like, do you think he's guilty or?
This guy right here, bro.
Be
Be a W man.
unbiased. Be unbiased.
The chosen one prevailed.
Unbiased, by the way. Unbiased.
Contact us, contact us.
This you're showing. I never seen
Just
this.
hold, just 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 hold.
He killed 2, but like.
It looks
He knows
obvious.
there's
Like,
some-
just hold. Yeah, just hold, dude. It looks obvious. Yeah, I'm going to push a one-way. I'm going to watch this jet push a one-way. Like, do you understand how crazy that is to have that level of a read on a play that you shouldn't even be doing, right? Like a Radiant player doesn't push that. Never. Never in their lives. Hold on. Unless like they haven't done it before, right? But in this situation, a Radiant player stops like here. And he just plays off angle. But he's facing against a Yoru. So like they have a flash for this. Like you can't push up like that. The fact that he kills 2 is insane too.
People win trading for me. I'd fucking queue my fucking ass off, bro. I'd be the first one to get into queue.
If you took a shot every time Shanks said the chosen one prevailed, you'd probably die. And obviously Shanks is biased towards Muda, but I genuinely don't think it's that deep here. Also, who even cares about rank 1? Everybody quit that is playing Marvel Rivals. Sabrosa's literally playing TFT for...
I didn't know that. I don't follow Sabrosa like that. I mean, dude, I'm on the same pipeline, bro. I'm not playing this game like that for real. I'm playing TFT more than I'm playing Valorant. He's right though. I am also playing Rivals. Good God, he's right. The pipeline is real. No one's playing Valorant like that. Do I care about rank 1? I'm never gonna hit rank 1. There's no way. But jeopardizing the integrity of the game is something that Riot will address themselves. They'll either ban his account because they don't like that at all. It's very much against their TOS. You go play finals. I thought I was gonna be a finals player, and then I played like for 3 hours and then stopped. All right, it's 9 o'clock. Valorant questions, comments, concerns before I head out. The 2-hour class is over. People are dismissed. Then I get to see like the damage outside. The brain rot. If you have issues with brain rot, hold on. There's a good channel that I personally recommend. He's like someone I learn from all the time. And this is like if you actually struggle. If you don't struggle, don't worry about it. But if you have like brain rot and you actually want to like help it and like not struggle with it, you go to Dr. K. Mental for you, you also kind of go to Dr. K. But you have to like know your issue with mental, because like if you type in mental, you're gonna get a lot. You're just gonna get what he does because he's a psychologist. Can Dr. K fix horrible teammates? No, but they can fix your mindset. He's more along the lines of like he's a psychologist and monk. The pipeline is real. I've never before in my life wanted to become a monk and then a psychologist more than watching him. But he plays Dota? Really? He does mention that a bit when I study from him. But yeah, if there's like, if you struggle with like any sort of like, it just depends on what mental you struggle with. Plays with Gork? Really? Gorksy? That Gorksy? Like, ex-best friend of Sing Sing? Like, permanent like Sing Sing duo until Sing Sing stopped playing and then Gork got popular? No way. Really? No way. Oh, he did like a nice little like thing. Oh, hey, let's go. I feel like this lobby is a little low. Because I don't think Dr. K is a professional Dota 2 player. Oh, okay, he goes heavily into his I see. He goes heavy into his Indian accent. I see. Yeah, no, he's funny. I love interacting with Dr. K. I'm in his chat a lot. Super knowledgeable, super funny. Just an overall great guy. Great at like teaching and connecting with people. He's great. If you ever like, sometimes he's at his best when he like, if you ever saw like Dr. K and Sneeko go at it, he quite literally did a full therapy session where like the dude was trying to attack him and like attack therapy because he thought like therapy was a scam, and he literally flipped the script, which is insane. Like such a very talented psychologist and therapist. Very kind, very respectful. I recommend him. But yeah, if that's it, I'm going to call it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Nice try. You're not getting away with that. Nice try. But I wish you all a good weekend. Have a good night. I'll catch you guys Monday. Remember, in the Discord, VOD submissions. Read the VOD submission rules. Submit it at any time. I'll catch you guys Monday. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.